Hey guys, how do I sound? I have to check myself and I gotta do some things. What color should we do today, guys? I don't know what color. I don't think I ever do a tasteful orange red. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. How about pinky poo? How about purple? I think I did purple last time. A tasteful dark blue? A medium aquamarine? Where is you? A cyan? I can't decide. Ooh, a seafoam green? Is it just me, or do I feel like the color that I choose sets the whole mood for me? How do I select appropriately? Yellow? A nice yellow green? All right, yeah, let's do yellow green for today. And hello, how you doing? Yo, but I feel like I do pink all the time. Do you guys want pink? I see too many people saying pink. Should I just choose pink? All right, you won me over. I'm going back to pinky poo. Like, which pink though? Like this pink? They don't have really like a light pink like this. That's more like lavender. Like this? How do I turn the din in it? Oh, I've never done this color. Whoa, I like this. Let's do a dark, tasteful plum for today. Yeah, I've never done that color. Anyway, I did seafoam recently. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad you like it. I like the wine purple. It's very fitting for the upcoming seasonal change. Yes. Where is my mango drink? I want to make sure I have all hands on deck before we begin. Where are you, man? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I miss you so. Feel like it's been forever since you've been gone. You guys remember that song? Oh, there you are. Yo, this is the first time I bought the mango drink again. Do you guys remember what happened last time I purchased this mango drink? I threw up because there was a fucking SCOBY in my drink and I like swallowed half of the monster. Do you guys remember that? It was such a fucking nightmare. Yes, Fort Minor, holla holler. This one's good. Yo, you know what else has been happening? And yo, not in the bottle form, thank God. And I got the bottle today. For some reason, these mango Arizonas in the can form, yo, you crack that shit open, it tastes like bad morning coffee breath, which I don't know about you, but that's one of the most horrifyingly horrific types of bad breath that one can have. And the whole fucking drink tastes and smells like morning horrendous fucking coffee breath. To be specific, coffee and cigarette morning breath. Yuck. Hello, Sama. Hello, Tanky Poo. Save our scobies. Oh man, guys, there's so much to discuss. I've got to say, can you guys fucking believe it? How the entire community of Fat Hippo Hate Land has gone insane. They cannot take it that Chantel is getting a small amount of support for the banger of a response video that she did recently. it's like, oh, what's the problem? She finally is standing up for herself and doing a really good job of it. She's not, raging. She's not being ridiculous about it. She's coming with receipts. She's talking cool, calm, and collected. Like, they can't handle it. They cannot fucking hang. They can't handle it. How do I sound, by the way? I haven't checked yet. Let me do that now. Okay, I sound fine. Do you really expect her to never say anything back? It's wild. Who wouldn't? And yo, do you know what else? I saw a tweet where somebody had the fucking audacity to be like, it's something to the effect of, Belinda Gaining Ground and Peanut are more cruel than Yaba and Sam would or could ever be. Like, what? What, motherfucker? What are you saying now? Like, wow. Just dishonest. Just being fucking crazy dishonest. And another thing that really fucking gets my goat is that these people, they confuse overall support. Like, they think that just because we are supporting Chantel's factual clapback, that means that we support and stand by and celebrate everything she's ever done and said ever. Like, are you a fucking 5-year-old? You don't understand that we can celebrate and acknowledge when she is saying something factually correct today. But that doesn't mean that we support every fucking word that has ever fallen out of her face from the beginning of time. Oh, you can't fucking, like, what is wrong with these people? I don't understand. And I'll tell you what it really is. It's because they have to make it ridiculous. They have to make it ridiculous, and they have to make it bizarre and extreme so they don't have to acknowledge the truth and the facts that Chantel spoke. And another thing that I think is so interesting, and I'm not surprised by this, I could have predicted this. Of course, Yaba decided not to respond to Chantel's amazing response video. Now, let me ask you, chat, why do you think that is? Why do you think that Yaba has chosen not to publicly on her main channel respond to Chantel's video, where Chantel came with receipts, where she's not raging out? Why do you think she's chosen not to respond to that on her main channel? Why do you think she's chosen not to expose that video to a larger audience? Anybody have any guesses here, guys? Like, man, I'm not surprised at all. Yeah, not only is she scared, not only is she weak and scared, but it's also because there's nothing to say back. Chantel chose to word her response in such a way, and she came with receipts in such a way that made it damn near fucking impossible for Yaba to bullshit her way around and deflect and lie and project in her direction. It would only make herself look like the fool that she is, and Yaba knows that. I've got to say, while this decision is absolutely weak, cowardly, pussy, it was the right decision, because it would have absolutely set her up for failure and embarrassment. So as far as like on a human level, on a YouTuber level, she made the right decision in choosing not to respond to this. It's very interesting too. I've seen many people, like other YouTubers who do hate Chantel content. I saw some people on Twitter being like, I'm not even going to dignify that video by clipping it up. Oh. So you also don't want to expose your audience to the facts that Chantel spoke in that video. Oh, interesting. Like these people, they don't even try to hide it. They don't even try to fucking hide it. Zach says she was incredibly calm and well spoken. Honestly, yes. And do you know what I love? Do you know what was such a breath of fresh air? And maybe we'll go through them and read some of them before this stream is over. I love it. I love to see it that her comment section was almost all positive. Do you know how many comments I saw under that video that said something to the effect of, listen, Chantel, I've criticized you. I've damn near hated you. But I've got to say, I give you props. This video was good. And it's about time that you stand up for yourself, and people admitting that while I do not like you, Chantel, I've got to admit that Yaba and Sam and some of the reactors in this space are far worse, like morally, than they claim that you are and that you've ever been. Like, I just saw so many amazing comments that I think we need to read out. It was such a breath of fresh air. And also, huge shout out to people like Hecate, to Yo Mama. I've got to say, I have been doing this for so fucking long. And I'm genuinely so happy that these new voices, that these new YouTubers are coming into this space, and immediately from the moment they set their eyes on what's going on here, they're speaking out. They're choosing to speak out and say, hey, what the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck is this shit? So I'm just so happy. I'm so relieved. I'm so grateful that so many people are coming into this space, and no longer is it my voice alone, Gaining Ground's voice alone, Belinda's voice alone. And I've always said this, all it took were for normal, intelligent people to simply set their eyes in this direction. And I knew anybody who set their eyes in this direction would have something to say about it. And I'm just so grateful for it. Let's, I don't even know where to begin. Like, where should we begin? Should we watch? I think we should maybe watch Chantel's video first, because oh my God, right before stream, I was watching some of Yaba's most recent live stream where she didn't react to Chantel's amazing response video. And just the reaching that she does, the shit she was saying in regards to Chantel's cat. Like, she was making these mountain out of molehills and just being dishonest and like fucked up about the cat, like criticizing and saying, oh, this cat hates you, because the cat was getting kind of food aggressive and biting her, like biting Chantel because the cat wanted the bread. And any cat owners, like, I'm watching this and I'm laughing because it's cute and I can relate. Like, if you have never had a cat where you in a baby voice threatened to fucking murder your cat, like, you've never had a cat then. If you have never lovingly threatened to murder your cat in a loving baby voice, then you have never had a cat, period. Like, oh my God. I don't know about you guys, but for me, that is the drive to have a cat. That's why I love cats, because they're little fuckers, man. They are little fuckers that run the show. They take what they want. They'll love you when they feel like it. Like, cats are amazing, dude. And she's from the streets. You know what I'm saying? That cat is a fucking gangster. She's all about them foods and treats, bitch. She don't want your pets until she does. You know what I'm saying? That's just how cats do. I couldn't stand the things that she was saying about the cat. And doesn't Yaba own a cat? Own a cat. I hate that. Doesn't she have a cat? Oy. Yes, No Name says dogs have masters, cats have servants. Exactly, No Name. 100%, by the way, 111 in chat, guys. Huh. She has 3. You mean to tell me this bitch has 3 cats? Okay, so I was going to say, you mean to tell me this bitch has 3 cats and she doesn't understand the way cats work? But that just proves to me that she's just being willfully dishonest. She's being dishonest. She's just trying to paint Chantel as abusive to the cat, that the cat doesn't like her. It's just so dishonest. I hate it so bad, dude. I fucking hate it. Yes, dude. Yo, cats run the goddamn show. And tell me not. They'll love you when they feel like it. And if you don't do what you're told, they will not hesitate to fuck your shit up. They'll give you an attitude, smack you around, and maybe bite you if they're feeling froggy. Like, that's just what cats do. Yeesh. Anyone else think that after listening to Garlic Bread video, it sounded like he was speaking to Chantel as if he was going out with her? Okay, let's watch that first. I'm glad you brought that up, and I'm glad you reminded me. I want to watch that one first. So let me cue that up real quick, because he is unbelievable. He is such a spineless fucking loser. That's definitely what we have to watch first. Let me cue it up. Garlic pussy. I almost typed that in. That's what his fucking name should be. Garlic Punan. Tiny fucking 4-foot garlic punana. Ew. Wait, does he do video? Yeah, he doesn't do live streams, right? Is this the one? Foodie Beauty messed with the wrong woman this time. No, that's only 3 minutes. 2 hours ago. Wait, let me share screen. Tell me which one it is, guys. For those of you who know. Present the garlic pussy. Guys, which one is it? Do you know? Wait, I gotta get my vomit bucket. My bad. All right, tell me, he made too many. Foodie Beauty messed with the wrong woman this time. 3 minutes long, posted 34 minutes ago. Are we so in denial when we know we're not happy here? Are we so in denial when we know we're not happy here? What song is that? Are we so in denial when we know we're not happy here? Yo, what? That's the chorus of something. Somebody please tell me. This is driving me insane. Are we so in denial when we know we're not happy here? Yo, what is... Okay, there we go. There we go. I couldn't think of it. Thank you, guys. I knew the song, but it wasn't coming to me. Okay, guys, which one is it? Oh, hey, Raven Star. Yes, hey, I love it. Can't move on. Here we go. Okay, here we go. This is it. God, he posts a lot. Jesus.
Be fearless. Change is good.
Yes. Be fearless says, what's her name? I forget her name.
I don't really care if I sleep too much.
Oh, Martha Stewart. Holla, Martha.
It's kind of fun.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. It's going to be a serious video. I don't think a lot of people are going to cover this. And to be fair, there's going to be times I'm speaking to you.
Oh, shit. It was recently Raven Star's birthday. Happy birthday, Raven Star. Happy belated. Please, everyone in chat, please wish Raven Star a happy belated birthday. Hope you had a good one this year.
As an audience, there's going to be times I'm speaking directly to Chantel. First thing I want to tell you is this hurts. As a creator, I can tell you personally, it hurts.
This hurts? You fucking, oh my God, you pathetic. What do you live in Yaba's anal cavity, bro? This hurts you? Wow, I didn't know how bad this was going to be, hey?
Hurts. When you look at your content, and you have to come to the realization that your own followers could care less about you. Chantel, these views say a lot. They tell you that your audience doesn't care about your weigh-in. They don't care about your struggles.
Wait, is this the wrong one, guys? What is he talking about? Is this the right one? Someone please let me know. Guys, have you watched this? Is this the correct one? Because the way he's starting off, I'm not so sure. And I don't want to watch any garlic bread video that is not necessary. Okay, it is the right one. Ugh, of course it is.
They care about the drama. They care about the ramblings.
Or do we care about the truth? Could that also be an option here? I know in Hippo Hate Land, fairy tale, fucking Looney Tune, liar land, it's all about how much you can construe the fucking narrative to be as vicious and fucked up as possible. But there are some of us round here that champion the motherfucking truth by any means. I love it how that's not even a fucking option to him.
This most recent video, I believe, is either going to be removed by you, perhaps by YouTube.
By YouTube? That's another thing that is so fucking laughable. There is nothing in this video of Chantel's that is even remotely questionable. Nothing at all. She's giving her opinion. She's defending herself. And I'd like you to take notice. This is one of the best videos view-wise that she's done in a while. And take notice, ads are on, motherfucker. Ads are fully on and playable and accruing fucking AdSense money. So report all day. Report as much as you want. I'm sorry to say. And listen here, you better hope to God that what this video is not breaking terms of service, because if it is, whoa, Nelly, all y'all's channels are breaking terms of service every day, all day. Are you fucking crazy?
Because let's not overlook what's being discussed here. It's ultra sensitive. It's life-changing circumstances and events in people's lives. In a lot of cases, these people aren't online. They don't have YouTube channels. In some cases, these people aren't even here at all.
What the fuck is he talking about right now? Like, just the way that he is framing this is so dramatic and ridiculous. And at this point, this is why I was so confused. I'm like, are we on the right video? Like, what the fuck is this?
All to speak for themselves. Now, if you want to go watch a third party discuss this for hours on end, if you want to go watch a
No. The people that you're talking to, homeboy, the people in your audience, they would much rather watch you lie, project, and hate Chantel for hours on end. They're not interested in the truth or any kind of differing opinion. They don't want to hear any of that. They want to hear you spew fucking lies and fucking fairy tales and fiction and defamation. That's what they're all about. And you know that. You know that very well.
Third party try to correlate what happened then to modern day. You're more than welcome to do that. Likewise, if you want to think that people that don't do that are playing favorites or overlooking reality, then again, so be it. Here's some truth, though. For years, this community has had an opinion on what took place with May. Okay, we've been dependent on the courts to determine and seek justice.
What the fuck is he talking about? What courts? What does he mean right now? And I hate the way he always speaks so ambiguous to try and make it sound more important than it is. Like, what are you doing, man? You're talking about fat bitch drama, B? The fuck are you doing?
Out of respect for May, many of us, speaking for myself, have simply stopped talking about this. It is not a part of our daily conversation. It will be when it becomes relevant and justice can be served. But in the interim, none of us really, I believe, find value in speculation. And speaking again for myself, feel
What in the flipping flying fuck is he talking about?
that speculating may actually damage the potential of justice. Chantal, your situation has been and forever will be very different. You had a relationship with this.
Oh, it's very different for Chantel because it's Chantel. So when Chantel is potentially victimized, when Chantel is potentially mistreated, then it's her fault. Not only is it her fault, but she fucking deserved it, right? Is that where we're going? Is that what we're getting at, you fucking asshole?
This person on a different level than we ever will. I'm going to say things, Chantal, that you will never say, but we both know are true.
Cooking for one doesn't make sense. If you want to
He is so insufferable that I've really got to say that this commercial break is a welcomed fucking short break from his fuckery. He's genuinely so insufferable. I can't stomach the way he talks. I can't stomach his voice, the shit he says. Oh my, me oh my.
eat better without wasting hours cleaning and prepping or buying.
You watch reaction channels all day. And
what? Are you kidding? Are you fucking kidding? The exact opposite of that is true. Did you hear what you just said? Reaction channels. People who react to every facet of her existence. Are you fucking high, brother? Like, what are you doing? God, there's something wrong.
And then you have to vent. And I get it. I totally do. I'm not going to be hypocritical. You all know I make passing remarks from time to time. Every 2 to 3 months, I may even make a video. But you know what the difference is, Chantal? I don't put more effort into those videos. I don't put more editing into those videos. I don't put more.
Woo. Is he really going to fucking criticize her for editing together the receipts in her response video? Dude, he's angry that not only did she speak calmly and factually, but she provided evidence. So he's going to criticize her putting in a little bit more time and effort into her fucking response. This is so rich. Holy hell.
More time in those videos. But most importantly, those videos do not gain more views than the rest of my content. With that,
Bitch, what is the point of this? What are you getting at? What do you mean with all of this? Does this have a point at the end of the road? I sure hope so.
Understood. I've came to the conclusion that many of you simply don't care. You don't want to, or in some cases cannot devote the hours needed to hear every single person's side, to hear every single person's opinion, because that's all this is. This is a reaction. This is an opinion. If you want to,
everybody, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Who the fuck cares about hearing others' opinions? It's about the facts of reality, and that's it, and that's all. I don't give a fuck what your opinion is, brother. I give a fuck what the truth is. Like, woo.
watch my videos and think that I'm some stone moron, right? That I'm some massive idiot. That Chantal is lost.
I mean, you are. All evidence points to that being an accurate fucking assessment there, friend.
Lost more weight than ever before and is at the pinnacle of health, is at the forefront of getting her life back together. There's nothing that I'm going to say, do, or show that is going to change that.
Can you please stop prefacing with what you're going to say and why and how and to who? And can you just fucking say it maybe? What are you fucking making this as long as possible so you can slap ads on it? Oh, good. Got it.
Likewise, if you want to watch other people's content and think that, I'm 4 foot tall and I live in my parents' basement, I've never done anything in my life.
Can I tell you something? I don't know how tall you are, but you very much give off short dude energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even a criticism of short people, because I know short people that give off giant energy. It's about your energy. I don't care what your height is, because you conduct yourself like a short motherfucker. You feel me?
That's fine too. Go right ahead. It doesn't change my actual life. And I don't care enough to sit here and try to defend things that are dishonest. Now, I said I would speak to Chantel, and I said I would speak to you. This kind of goes for both of you. First, I want to talk about Sala.
Welcome to our 2024.
Look at how many fucking ads. We are not, oh my, this is why he's talking this way. This is why he's padding out this video so he can slap as many fucking ads as possible. See, guys, this is the reason why I genuinely believe that being capable of seeing the ad breaks, I believe that it is valuable and necessary sometimes.
Our Halloween costume lineup. We've designed over 1,200 new Halloween costumes.
The void that Sala should have filled. I want you to understand that her current relationship, in my opinion, should be one that casts a shadow so large that it makes prior relationships seldom thought about. That Sala, as a man, should provide comfort, reassurance.
Well, I mean, Boots, we are all sitting here watching it right now. We're all in this hellscape together by choice right now.
Partnership that does not constantly have Chantel yearning for the past. In many ways, you could look at Julia and Harry and understand that they perhaps, in that same perspective.
Guys, do you know how sick it makes me to hear that name all the time by these miscreants? Because that's my sister's name. That is my sister's name. And to hear her name said so frequently, it sends shivers of disgust and uncomfortable down my fucking spine, yo.
Could slowly work to fill the void of Sam and BBJ. Now, don't get me wrong, because I know someone's going to pause the video right after that and make a lot of open-ended accusations. I am not saying that wounds heal in a single day, and I am absolutely not saying that you can replace one person or one pet with another. But what I am saying is that the combination of both time and building new relationships.
Oh my God, it's 5 minutes. We're more than halfway through and he's yet to get to the point. This is his response. He's not going to touch on anything that she said, is he? What the fuck is this, guys?
Relationships with both pets and people should help fade those memories to where they don't impact you every single day. Yet, Chantal, they haven't. And in part, that is because you live in a world where you are enthralled with the past. This is factual. The past.
Oh my God. Chantel is enthralled with the past. Every fucking reactor does not let up or let her live down her fucking past. What do you mean? If Chantel lives in the past, it's because she's fucking forced to by people who continuously bring up her fucking dirty deeds of yesteryear. And regardless of their own skeletons in their own fucking hypocritical closets, they will continue to point the finger at hers. Doesn't matter if it was a year ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago. Doesn't matter. What do you mean right now?
Chantal holds the time in which you were the most successful. We are not
no way
exaggerating when we talk about 20.
Are you serious right now? Rampage says he's a Nader simp. What? Oh, is that for real, dude? If that's true, we need to really take a look at that. He fucking defends. Yo, okay, that is next on the agenda. That is next on the fucking docket, guys. Not for tonight, but I'm saying in general, we're going to start doing a deep dive into his weird defense of Nader. Oh my God, I cannot wait.
$20,000 months, a fraction of what you make today. Now, it is my opinion that during that time, you were most authentically you. And that is why.
Yo, how embarrassing is that, though? Potato says, can you imagine if him and Breezy actually got married and they did this as a couple? Do you know what the most embarrassing part is for Breezy, though? As much of a loser that this motherfucker is, he's the one who didn't want her. Like, let's all keep that shit in mind. She's been turned down by some of the biggest winners in fucking Girl World. She's out here using Girl World as her own personal dating site and is getting turned down at every turn. How embarrassing for you. Whoa.
You garnered those views because you were being yourself, you were happy, you were living
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't put that evil on us.
life you wanted, following the path.
I hope you have a beautiful son. Oh, I wish I remembered that whole fucking diatribe.
You were carving. You no longer do that. And let me close this by saying, Chantel, this no doubt has a trickle-down effect to every single part of your life. And today is yet another reminder in a series of ongoing ones.
Bro, you're cringy. You said absolutely nothing at all. You said a whole bunch of words and it took you 8.5 minutes to do so. And you've said nothing of substance. You've said nothing at all. Wow.
That you need actual help. Yet you were incapable of taking advantage of it. You continue to yell into the void that is the internet, seeking a temporary.
Bro, she wasn't yelling. Like, a lot of the time, it's accurate when people say she's raging out and this and that. Not today, though, bro. She wasn't yelling into any void. She was making a lot of sense, talking calmly and rationally and factually. And her video did really well, and she got a lot of support on it. So what the fuck do you mean, man? That's something I really hate about this space. These people are really incapable of ever saying, you know what, Chantel, you're right about this one. You know what, you're making a lot of sense here. They're incapable of ever giving her any props ever. Even when she's right, they'll find some fucking way to bend it and make her wrong instead. It's constantly moving the goalposts. It's pretending the sky is fucking pink when it's blue. We live in, this is Looney Tune land, guys.
But fleeting moment of self-justification. This is the part I'm going to speak directly to you, Chantel.
Ugh.
I want you to understand something. None of these people care about you.
Oh, and you do, asshole? You do care about her? This is the fucking internet. It's not about who cares about anybody. We're all fucking strangers. It's about she spoke the truth and a few people support her in that truth and celebrate the fact that she's standing up for herself, and she did a pretty good job of doing so. That's what this is about. No one's pretending to care and be her best friend and champion her fucking, like, what? What are you talking about? You're counteracting arguments that were never made. Like, you are so weird, dude.
None of them. You love to sit here and proclaim that reaction channels like mine, we steal your content. We use your content.
You do.
I want you
Everything, anything that gets any kind of views on your channel is Chantel related. All you talk about is Chantel. What do you mean? That's the truth. The fuck?
to understand that the channels you think stand beside you, stand in solidarity with you,
We stand beside the truth, motherfucker. And when Chantel happens to be speaking it, that's what we stand for. Like, what the fuck, man? This is about the truth. This is not about Chantel being the next coming of Christ. This is not about her being right all the time. No, she made a good video where she spoke facts and made sense. That's it. Like, oh my, what the hell is wrong with these fucking people?
they steal your emotions for content. They use your emotions for content.
We steal her emotions for content. This is insane. This is insane coming from people that admittedly and purposely try to trigger her emotionally on a daily basis. Do you want to know what I think? I think these people are genuinely angry and upset that she did not fly off the handle, that she's not, acting erratic and embarrassing herself. They are so pissed that she made a good video and that she made sense. Like, they can't stomach it.
They want you, Chantal, to become overly invested. They want you, Chantal, to create videos and posts just like you did.
Overly invested? Oh, you mean in her own fucking life? In caring about whether she's lied about and mistreated on the internet? What do you mean? Trying to make her become overly invested? What do you mean by this? Are you all right?
Did today, and they do not care if you lose your channel, which, need I remind you, is your sole source of income. You need.
What do you mean? Please and thank you. That was for you, Rampage.
To learn to figure out why you can't let go of the past. It's been 2 years practically of marriage. It's been 4,000 miles of distance. And yet here you are, any given day, willing to bring up someone else's past.
What? I can't even believe he's saying this right now. Like, garlic bread, do you have any fucking, like, are you okay? Like, I keep going back to, are you all right now? Do you have any self-awareness at all? Chantel is the one that keeps going into people's past. Are you kidding? Are you fucking, this is insane. This is too much.
So that you continue to reflect on your own.
Oh my God.
Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate you watching this. I'm not going to put top comments because it's just not one of those videos.
I'm gonna tell you right now why he's not gonna put top comments, because almost 100% of the comments on this video of Chantel's are positive. Even the people that usually hate Chantel, they are saying to her in the comment section, I usually don't like you. I'm going to be honest, I do not like you, but this video was well done. That is the general consensus in the comment section on this video. That's why he's not going to put fucking top comments. So rich. This is the reason why people like this are dishonest. They're more than happy to showcase when she's being ripped to shreds, but the moment she makes a good point, it's, oh, we're not even going to touch that. Yikes, guys.
But I will still be back as soon as I can with more commentary.
You promised to love him all the day.
Listen, guys, I've got to tell you, I had no idea what I was walking into with that fucking garlic bread video, but that made me feel a way, okay? That made me feel so fucking icky inside, because it's one thing, like, I know that we are constantly exposed to dishonesty and hypocrisy, but that was a lot. the fucking the acrobatics that he did, like that was embarrassing. That was so embarrassing. I can't even believe what the fuck just occurred. Like I'm flabbergasted. I don't even remember where we were going now. Like what's next? I'm crazy. Sweet face 24 says that video was about trying to put the brakes on the pendulum shift. Foodie's video was coherent and fact-based, and they can't have that. After all, it might affect his pockets. Now, that's an interesting word that you use, 24. That's an interesting thing you said. He's trying to put the brakes on the pendulum shift. I bet that these people are genuinely fearful that this is the beginning of a pendulum shift. Because, like anybody, Chantel got really positive response from this type of video, from behaving in this way, from making a video defending herself in this manner. And it's clear that she has people supporting her now. So she has now gotten positive response from this behavior. What does that tell you? She's going to continue it. It's going to happen again. It's like conditioning. Things that have good results are behaviors that are going to be repeated. And these people are so scared. They're so scared because they know that their bullshit is hanging on by a fucking thread. And the only reason they've gotten away with this hypocrisy, this dishonesty, and this fuckery for so long is because the only people that watch it and listen to it are the sycophantic audience who is inclined to agree, no matter what's being spoken. Oh, this is why I celebrate so heavily new voices coming into the scene, like Yo Mama, like Hecate, even like you're in chat. Hold on. You're in chat right now. Even like Busy Bee, all of these new voices coming in and having their eyes opened to the absolute ridiculousness of the reactors in this space. Like I've always said this, all that needs to happen is people outside of this small community of miscreants. All that needs to happen is people need to view it because it's so apparent. The ridiculousness is that fucking apparent. They are so scared. And they should be, man. They fucking should be. Oh my God. All right, let's watch. Should we? Okay, let me ask in chat. What do you guys think? Should we watch Chantel's video together or should we jump right to, or should we, because Sam, I think, reacted to it as well. Should we jump to Yaba's video where she doesn't talk about it at all? What do you guys think? What do you want to do? Let me take a sip of my drink as well. And somebody donated. Let me read this real quick. Hold on. I'm writing an essay while listening, and garlic bread's cadence is actively putting me to sleep and harming my brain cells. I'm not an English major, however, I'm giving Garlic's video argument a 0 out of 10. I couldn't find his argument. He missed the entire fucking point. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate you. And I could not agree with you more. Man, that was terrible. Man. Kate says, can we watch Kalari's buckets instead? Oh, what buckets? Did I miss this piece of the lore? Is this new? All right, yeah, I think let's definitely watch Chantel's video and let's read some comments as well. Let me fucking get rid of garlic bread and let me queue up Chantel's video. because it was so good. I think we need to showcase it and give her the props that she deserves today. All right, let me cue this one up. I already have it up, right? Hold on, let me check. Foodie Beauty, The Hateful. Yeah, I got it. Hold on. Share screen. Here we go. Yo, even the title alone, Yaba and Sam defend a PDF file and Nad Turd. Straight to the point. People know what they're getting into when they watch the video. And I love
Second video, I guess, from the airport.
I love that she chose to do some editing. I love that she chose to insert. Do you want to know the only thing that this video is missing? A really important point that this video is missing that would have made it absolute perfection is I wish Chantel would have inserted the clip of Sam saying that really disgusting fucking thing that she said about that person, Pirate, when she was making a disgusting comment about her own molestation when she was a child that occurred with her grandfather. Do you guys remember that? That would have made Chantel's video absolute perfection because it would have helped to paint the picture of just how hypocritical these fucking miscreants are and how what they say means nothing. They don't give a fuck for victims. It is all rhetoric. It is all fucking. I can't. I cannot.
Touches down in Ottawa. She said she came there for cooking. No. See, now May is also a liar. DG, if that's what May's saying the whole thing was about, was to come there for his cooking, she's a fucking liar. Okay, well.
For those of you just listening and not watching, on the title screen, it says, this audio is of Yaba's wife, Sam Tefler, making fun of an alleged SA victim and defending Naturd's side of the story, while Yaba just accused me of the same in her recent live stream. Oops. Whole clip played from Hecate's daughter's channel.
CG, you remember this, but like, was it proven? How was it proven? Do you recall? Okay, so if you look just at these messages in the video,
and this is why I say I wish Chantel would have inserted that other clip of Sam saying the disgusting thing she said to Pirate, because it's pattern of behavior, and that is even more disgusting and overt in her victim blaming and shaming. And just, I've never heard something so disgusting coming from another woman towards another woman who was a victim of child sex abuse. Like, to me, there are very few things in this world that are unforgivable, but things like that to me are unforgivable because it shows character or lack thereof, however you want to phrase it. Like, there's something rotten in this person's fucking soul, you know?
that Dee Dee put out, it seems very simple in explanation that May is a nutter. She's also old. Okay.
You know what's fucking wild? To know what kind of piece of shit that Natter is, right? And then to go to the partner of Natter to get the truth. Does that make any goddamn sense at all? No, it doesn't.
See, I love it what Hecate is saying here. She is absolutely right. And I believe that this is one of the biggest reasons why people are choosing not to cover this video by Chantel, because not only is it Chantel making a lot of sense, but it's Chantel inserting clips of other people making arguments against these reactors and making a whole lot of sense, pointing out their disgusting fucking victim blaming and shaming behavior. These are all the reasons why all of these people are choosing not to cover this specific video.
Like 60 something years, in her 60s, right? She looks like a nutter. Like, there's a short video.
Yes, let me tell you something about Hecate. One of the biggest reasons why I knew almost immediately that Hecate was somebody that I knew I could respect is because Hecate and I had disagreements. And for me, somebody's integrity is shown in its entirety to me by the way that they disagree. Her and I disagreed vehemently with each other about certain topics. And the fact that she was able to do so both passionately, but also like an adult, and then did not consider me an enemy because we disagreed. Like, to me, that just showed her level of integrity. And that's a hell of a beginning for me. That sets the stage and shows me that that is somebody that I can be proud to respect.
Video, like just a 2-second video, I guess, from the airport, selfie style that May.
Okay, this book is so you.
And do you see, guys? I'm so happy. I'm so happy that this video of Chantel's is running ads. And you know that people are fucking blowing this shit up, reporting it to high hell. And it's still running full fucking ads. And it's at 11K views only a day ago. This video is doing a lot better than a lot of the videos do on Chantel's channel these days. And I am so happy about it.
It's about a workaholic who seriously neglects her love life.
I took and sent an otter. You can tell just from that little short little video clip of her in the airport that she's old AF and she's a nutter.
Okay, so people that look like they're old as fuck and a nutter cannot possibly be assaulted, okay? Because what the fuck does that...
And Joe, I couldn't agree with Hecate more. And the importance of Chantel showcasing these clips, it is because nobody respects Chantel. Chantel knows that nobody respects her opinions or anything she has to say. So the importance and the value of Chantel showcasing this clip of somebody that has an opinion of Sam that is not Chantel's. You understand the value in that, right? And Chantel was really smart to do it.
I cannot with this bitch, all right?
Hello. All right, so a lot of you are not going to know what I'm talking about in this video. I'm not going to highlight this person, so I'm not going to, if you don't know the drama, you don't know, okay? Basically, just leave it at that. If you don't like drama and you're just like my weight loss content, my other videos that are happy, just skip this one because I have a response to somebody who, I'm sorry, but I can't hold it in because the audacity, okay, is just too strong in this one that I have to reply. So, all right. And if you're watching Spare Me This, you shouldn't give her attention BS because you know what? Yeah, whatever. I'll take the hit on that one. I'll take the L on that one. But Scabba, Doo-Doo, and Greasy Scamantha, you need to take the L on this one, okay? You have the...
And I love the way Chantel manages to insert insults in a funny way instead of like an angry way. It just adds an amazing spice to the situation, and it adds a levity to the situation that is much needed, in my opinion. To me, I'm telling you, this video is perfection, and it's a big part of the reason why she got such a positive response to it. And I really hope Chantel takes this into account and continues the behavior because it got such a positive response.
Nerve. The audacity, you greasy hypocrites, you have the nerve to compare what happened with Cowbella to your baby daddy, Jesse, SAing a child, his own stepdaughter. You have the nerve. Here's the difference, because I know you're a little slow. That's fine.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God. This is why, and we may react to it. I watched a little bit of Sam's recent video where she touches on it. She completely walks it back. She completely lies and walks back her May opinion because she saw what a negative response her fuckery got. She is such a fucking coward. She's such a dishonest, fraudulent coward. Like, oh my God, we very well may react to that as well.
An act was two consensual adults in a fantasy situation, okay? People have different fetishes and fantasies. What differentiates a fantasy from reality is the act of it. Just because somebody wants to act out a fantasy in a sexual situation with another consenting adult.
Tell them, Chantel, holler. I could not agree more. Now, if you want to have opinions about somebody having this particular fetish, you're welcome to it. But to try and compare an actual child sex rapist to somebody who is merely having consensual fantasy conversations with another consenting adult, like, you are a dishonest fucking pig. And I see you. The whole world fucking sees you.
Does not make them a rapist. What makes somebody a rapist is a non-consensual activity. Okay? All right. I hope you get that. I hope you and your entire dumbass audience understand that concept. All right? But your baby daddy, the person that you had 3 children with, yes, 3 children.
And I hope you understand, like, I've seen all over the internet, and a lot of people's their biggest trump card in trying to tear Chantel down is saying, how dare you bring up the victim in this situation? No. You set anybody up to bring this situation up when you try to falsely make claims such as calling her husband a rapist for consensual online fantasy talk. You set yourself up for this. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but you don't get a pass. You don't get to use this victim as a shield for you to say whatever ridiculous, hypocritical shit you can. And then you hide your hands and you say, how could you exploit this victim? No, bitch. That's not how this fucking works. Not around here. Sorry.
And don't give me this, once I found out, blah, blah, blah. No, because once you found out, according to the timelines of things, and don't make me bring up those receipts, because they're all over the internet on different channels. DC Returns, Hekate's Daughter. There's many that have them. Yo Mama. All right? And they're easy to find, I'm sure. Okay? Because you and Scam have said a lot of nasty things on Twitter. What are you even doing? You're adults and you have children. You're supposed to be an example. And the fact that I can't have kids doesn't have anything to do with you being a crappy parent trying to teach.
Yo, Belinda, I don't know if people genuinely believe the shit that they're saying and that they're spewing, or if they are just unaware of the real gravity of what Yaba and Sam are actually doing, because they are actually the ones who are using this victim as a shield. No one ever brings up the victim. If anything, people bring up the fact that this man is a monster and a rapist. No one speaks of the victim at all. Only Sam and Yaba have brought up the specifics of this victim, who they are, their age, their relation to them, and they have done it for sympathy on purpose, to shield themselves from accountability. They are the ones who are trying to exploit this victim to shirk personal accountability. I have genuinely never been more disgusted in my in the entirety of the time in this fucked up space on the internet. Like, this is disgusting on a new level of low.
Teach your kids morals in life and how to survive in life. Meanwhile, all you do is hate on the same fat women every day, being super obese yourself. Nice example you're creating for your children. What if your children are overweight? You're going to fat shame them? Yeah, you're probably going to go, yeah, I want to fat shame them because I want them to be healthy. Yeah, well, healthy, okay, in body, but what about up here? You're going to give them a complex and psychological trauma just because you have a problem with people being fat. You have issues, man. You need this support.
No, that makes it so much worse. 24 Sweet Face says, I disagree. I think they know what's happening, but being a part of the Yaba show is more important. If that's true, 24, that is so much worse. If they are cognitively aware of what Yaba's doing and what it actually means, and they are going along with it anyway, those are the people who are genuinely fucking evil. Genuinely, these are the kind of people that we need to fear in our fucking collective society.
But you need it for yourself. Your baby daddy is a real life rapist. That's the difference. You always compare what happened with Cowbella and between that and your baby daddy. There's no comparison. You're a hypocrite. There's no comparison whatsoever. None. Reality, fantasy, reality, fantasy, reality, fantasy. All right? You're not going to win this one. After you knew about it, Scamantha, your wife, went on Twitter and asked people to stop talking crap about Jesse because he was a war veteran. Oh.
I mean, that's a really good point. Kate Winslet says they can't disavow Yaba and Sam. They'll get doxxed. They've paid too much money to be cast out now. And I'm glad you reminded me of this, Kate, because, and I think it's important to continue to reiterate these facts because they are just that. They're facts. The biggest reason why Yaba chose to publicly tar and feather her audience members, her merch buyers, the way that she did in publicly doxing them proudly, they did it as a warning to everyone else. It's a warning to, hey, you better never speak out against us in this way. If you've ever chosen to support us and given us access to your private personal information, we will very quickly, we will not hesitate to dox you all the same. How anyone could support somebody like this and be held hostage to a fucking a dictator in this way, I wouldn't be able to fucking sleep. I wouldn't be able to look at myself in the mirror. And all for what? Like, God.
Oh, I guess that makes, essaying your own stepdaughter makes it more valid, And for those people saying, stop bringing up, it's a child, she's a victim. But it's okay for whenever somebody committed unalive themselves in the community because they were being bullied and they had mental health issues that didn't help. It's okay to question, the GoFundMe the father put up. It's okay to talk about it. It's okay to exploit that situation, right? It's okay to exploit the father of 5 kids left alone by...
Yes, I'm so glad Chantel is bringing up all of these things because it paints a picture. Everything is okay as long as Sam and Yaba are the ones doing it. Nothing is off limits. Nothing is crossing the line unless it's done to them. Doesn't matter if it's about suicide, doesn't matter if it's about child exploitation or rape or molestation, doesn't matter if it's about death or illness, or everything is a-okay unless it personally involves Sam and Yaba and their lives. Then you've gone too far and how dare you? This is fucking ridiculous.
The mother unaliving herself, that's okay. And to call the funeral home to make sure that she passed away. You guys did that. I've never done any nasty crap like that. Never. I don't do any of the nasty crap.
And Chantel wouldn't. This is why it always fucks me up that these specific people, because it's always a moral issue. Like, I know a lot of people make fun of me for always talking morality, but the reason why I always do is because with these reactors, they're always pointing their finger at Chantel for a moral issue. It's always about morality or lack thereof when it comes to Chantel. And it's so fucking rich because these are some of the most immoral fucking pigs I've ever had the displeasure of being aware of. So it's too much.
You guys do, actually. The things that you have done is disgusting. Disgusting. It's okay to talk about Karate Joe's situation. There was a victim there. That's okay though, right? I'm not naming anyone by name.
And another thing, this is something I've not talked about. We've not talked about a bunch. Chantel gets a lot of criticism because of her hesitancy for acting in the case of Karate Joe. And in her defense a little bit, it would not surprise me if Chantel was extremely hesitant to believe these things about her mod because of how much these people lie about her and project and fucking make shit up. And we all know she's not the kind of person that's going to go and do the digging herself and to check receipts, and she's just not that person. So I understand why it took Chantel the amount of time that it did to act when it comes to her mod Karate Joe. She didn't fucking believe anybody. But then when the proof was put in her face where it was undeniable, of course she fucking acted and she distanced herself. This was somebody who supported her, not the other way around. We need to keep all of this in mind. But being fair when it comes to Chantel, that is something that is never going to fucking occur.
I'm talking about a situation that was put out publicly, and fair game, I'm sorry. Furthermore, the obituary, Jesse's obituary. Have you guys seen that? You should. I don't know if I'm going to share the link to it because I do have it. I've read it. It sounds like something Scamantha would write. I'm sure, being that apparently Jesse didn't have a lot of family who cared about him, even his own mother. I'm sure that you guys had something to do with the obituary, right?
Yeah, I mean, Sam, and I wrote this in Chantel's comment section, Sam admitted to helping to craft that obituary. It is absolutely ridiculous. And another thing too that I haven't spoken much about, but I'm very educated when it comes to just the effects of childhood sex abuse, what that looks like for a family, what that looks for the children, what that looks for. I am very well educated, and without sharing stories that are not mine to share, I have firsthand knowledge of these things. And I've got to say, when it comes to Yaba's children, like, I don't know. It's, first of all, it's crazy to me that she's not educated herself with all of these things, with what she's going through, what her and her family's going through. And I can tell that she's not educated herself based on how she has chosen to react all along the way. It is of the utmost importance that these children learn the reality of who their father was, age appropriately, of course, but as soon as possible, and from the parent that exists that they trust the most. It is of the utmost importance. Not being told this type of reality about a parent, and I know this firsthand, this is something that can damage a child. To, let's just say you have, let me paint you a picture. You have a father that you idolize and that you love so much. And very sadly and unfortunately, he's deceased. So you idolize him even more as a result of that. And you are unaware of the reality of who he was until you are 20 years old. When you learn that reality at age 20, it is earth shattering. It is fucking earth shattering in such a way that I don't think anybody who's not experienced it can even understand. I mean it when I say it is of the utmost importance that these children learn the reality as soon as possible so that they can deal with it as soon as possible. And I say this speaking from firsthand knowledge, and any psychologist, psychiatrist will tell you the same. This is what makes me certain that none of these people have educated themselves on these matters, and it scares me. Like, oy vey.
I'm sure. I don't remember what you streamed when you found out about.
And I say that to say, I didn't explain why I said all of that, because the excuse for everybody who talks about the obituary, and Sam herself and Yaba have said, the obituary is for the kids, it's for the living. It does harm. It does real harm to paint a monster of this degree as a saint. And another thing too, is anybody thinking about the victim in this situation? I know you love to use the victim as a shield, but is anybody thinking about the reality of what this poor fucking child may be feeling or thinking, to hear this piece of garbage shit to be painted in this way and idolized. Like, oh my, the damage is, you've no idea.
The baby daddy passing away, I don't think that, I don't remember if you were, sad and down and what you talked about, but I don't remember you coming out and condemning him for being a PDF file. I don't remember you ever coming out and saying that, ever, and condemning him for that. I don't. The obituary was so glowing that I don't even think Nobel Peace Prize winners will get an obituary like Jesse had. Usually an obituary is, paragraph or two. This was like a page or two.
Dude, I'm telling you, Belinda, I don't know how many of you guys have dealt with things like this personally, like firsthand experience with things of this nature, but I can't imagine what this victim is feeling, will feel. That is so fucking inappropriate. Belinda says they put the nickname he had for the victim in the obit. So you're willing to potentially harm the victim to comfort the biological children of the monster? Like, you don't need to choose one or the other. There are decisions that can be made where you minimize harm all across the board. This is why, to me, it is clear that no one has educated themselves. No one. It makes me so angry. You have no idea. I wish I could tell you specifics. I wish I could get into. I wish.
This was glowing in detail, his life, how he was with his kids. Like, I'm sorry, but, and I really don't want to throw accusations because I don't know. I'm not like you and your pathetic community who have no content, so you have to make up crap that you don't know anything about. But without any proof, I have a feeling this wasn't his first rodeo. The guy was always a drug addict, high on drugs, meth, whatever. And
Cree says, hearing what a good man my abuser is from people who don't know is hard enough. If I had to hear the glowing review they wrote from people who did know, would do more irreparable damage. I'm so sorry, Cree. And I've got to say, just to piggyback off of what you're saying, I can't reiterate enough because I know Yaba has said, and people that comment on this, their biggest excuse is, oh, they're protecting his biological children. You have no idea. You have no idea the damage, the emotional fucking damage, irreparable damage that is done when you are told that somebody that you love and idolize is one way, and then you learn later in life that they are a fucking monster, and your whole world is shattered, and you feel like you've been lied to, you've been misled. The person you thought you knew doesn't even exist. When I tell you it is fucking earth-shattering, that's why I say the excuse of, oh, we're trying to protect the children. It is misguided. It is fucking deluded. You are making mistakes that are going to cause more harm than you could ever fucking fathom. Talk to somebody. You have money, right? Talk to an expert. Educate yourself. I don't know about you guys, but if ever, God forbid, I was in this situation with my own children, the first thing on my agenda would be to sit down and talk to a fucking professional. I would want guidance, and I would become a fucking PhD on these matters. Like, I get so angry, I can't even fucking handle it.
He was around all of your kids. That's all I have to say. And I really hope I'm wrong. So for you to have the nerve to compare a fantasy situation with two consenting adults versus a situation with a child and your baby daddy, disgusting. I have no words. I have no words for the depravity and the disgustingness of how low this community goes. It's disgusting. I mean, if you
tell me I'm not wrong. How much did it fucking therapy just from that betrayal alone. People really have no idea. You think you're protecting somebody, you are actively causing them fucking harm. Can you not hear me? Sama says mute. Can you guys not hear me? Hold on, let me make sure. Oh shit, can you guys not hear me? Oh no, you can. Well, Sama, why'd you say that? You confused me. All right, my bad. Here we go.
You still watch these low-life people knowing what they condone and naming your dog after the PDF file. Now, I don't know when you got that dog.
And Joe, can we just talk about this for a hot minute? Like, however, whatever opinion you have about naming the dog to comfort the children after a fucking monster, I think it is fucking weird in and of itself. Even in the best of circumstances, it is fucking weird to name your dog after your father. And it's even weirder to name your dog after your deceased father. Even under the best circumstances, that is fucking weird and inappropriate. And then when you add the other reality onto the top of it, it is so fucking strange and unnecessary and fucking weird, and just it just piles on top the inappropriate. This is all too much. This is just all too much.
If it was after Jesse died, because if it was after Jesse died, you knew what happened and you still named your dog after it, you're disgusting. Like,
Chantel, not only did they know, they absolutely knew. This is what they said. They allowed the children to name the dog as a form of comfort, so they could comfort themselves. And this goes back to my point in those kids need to be told the truth. And I'm talking in an age appropriate way. So let's just say, let's use an example. I have no idea how old these children are. Let's say one child is 5. So age appropriate, the way you share that with a 5-year-old is, your father, he did some bad things. He did some bad things that hurt this unnamed victim, because this child knows the victim. That is an age appropriate way to open the door into the reality of this horror of a situation. It's an age appropriate way, and it's a way where that child will be able to deal with this reality in the best way that they're capable, where they don't feel lied to and betrayed and end up having an earth-shattering fucking moment later in life.
you're so strange. Like, I don't know. You want to protect your kids. You want to protect your kids. They're going to find out, and they're going to find out in a nasty way if you don't explain to them what their dad was. They're going to find out on the internet. They're going to see your hate channel full of making fun of fat women. Like, I'm sorry, you can say what you want about Smee. My mom would never in a million years have a hate channel. Like, she has a life. Like, ugh. She might have been a young teen.
And another conversation to maybe have, I don't know if there's any interaction between the victim and the biological children, but to me, it's an important conversation to have to say to the biological children, hey, maybe let's not talk about your father in front of victim, because, he hurt her, and let's maybe just, it's the kind thing to do. Let's maybe not talk about him around victim. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there is a way to handle these things to minimize harm all across the board. And I say this also as a PSA, as a public service announcement. And I say, if by God you're going through anything like this, if you ever do, it is of the utmost importance to educate yourself, talk to professionals, talk to people who have been through it, who can teach you and guide you on how to navigate this for you and your family.
Pregnancy, how old were you? So what if she was 17 having a child? She still did her best to raise me properly. Don't even come for me and say, I've heard you bash my mom about my eating disorder. She's not responsible for that. And what about your mom then? What about your parents? Are you not obese? How did you get obese? Huh? From sitting there talking crap, eating burgers, right?
Belinda, that's why I say all of this talk from them about the victim, they can really blow it out their fucking ass, because just based on the small amount of cursory knowledge that we do have, like, I am so disturbed by the lack of care and concern for this potential. I can't even fucking handle it. And I can't believe no one is saying these things. It's all ambiguous fucking painting Yaba as the victim, where to me, she's the negligent fucking moron making all the wrong decisions. Like, yikes.
So, and Taco Bell and whatever else you guys gorge on. The hypocrisy, like, how do people not understand how hypocritical it is? Oh, right, because they're all dumb like you. Right, okay, I get it. You have to be dumb. There's no other explanation. There's just none. It's just...
And another thing I really feel the need to reiterate, this is not Yaba's fault. Nothing, this is, I do not believe Yaba knew. It is not Yaba's cross to bear that this man was a fucking monster. However, the choices that she is making after the fact, once she has this knowledge, that's where her fucking onus begins. And the fact that she's still to this day, with her own proximity to this horror show, she still falsely calls Gaining Ground a fucking child sex predator and insinuates that this is what makes it. How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you?
Stupidity at this point. Another point is you like to deflect. And one of the main things you and FF Ghoul like to deflect on is bringing up Nattered. Even though it's been, what, like 3 years since I've seen his jacked up mouth anywhere near me? And you have the nerve to bring up old past things. But since you brought it up with the...
Definitely. Yo, Purple Bed Beezer says, okay, lovely chat, pick. Should I make a lemon or a butterscotch pudding for the dessert this evening? Definitely butterscotch. Can we please all vote in chat right now? Can we all please agree that butterscotch is definitely the better fucking choice? How dare you say lemon? How dare you, Stephanie and Belinda, say lemon? Lemon is for freaks and fucking losers. Ew. Butterscotch all day, man. Butterscotch is delicious. Like, man, you guys know I'm a big fan of rice pudding, but butterscotch pudding is a close second, man. Yes, lemon is garbage. What? Yo, but it is fall. Salty Peach says butterscotch is more fall. Where are we at right now? It is October 17th. We are well into fall, homie. Lemon is a summer flavor. Salty Peach, you gotta do butterscotch. Fuck what everyone is saying. Butterscotch it is. How dare you? How dare you? Olap says, yeah, you like it because you're old. Listen, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I might carry several fucking Werther's Original in my purse. Listen, when it comes to butterscotch, I will granny it up all day, motherfucker. All day.
May situation making me look like a SA offender. Number one, at the time that happened, the whole thing, I had no idea about it till after it happened. 2, Nattered is a manipulative narcissist. He lied to me about the situation, and I believed him.
Nah, dude. Tapioca. Listen, where are we at? Where's the tapioca comment? Who said, I bet P loves tapioca? Listen, I love rice pudding. If I could eat rice pudding for every meal, I would. I would get to be 800 pounds on rice pudding. I love it that much. Tapioca is like on my list of puddings. It's maybe a 5. So I don't hate it, but it is definitely not as good as rice or butterscotch or vanilla. Like, give me just a lovely vanilla pudding. Tapioca ain't bad, though. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Because I had no reason at the time not to. Because our relationship was still new. And I had no experience with somebody like this coming out of a pretty wholesome relationship. You wouldn't know the amount of women.
I do not. Dude, people who like black licorice are fucking serial killers. And even more so if they like the salted black licorice. That is for serial killers and fucking people who like to fuck the dead. Like, I'm sorry, but no, you got me fucked up on that one, homie. That shit is of the devil.
Who tried to reach out to Natcherd at that point. So to me, she was just another fan, another woman who really wanted to jump his bones. Ew. But that's how it was. To me, why fly all this way to Canada?
Fruits, by the way, good and plenty belongs in the garbage. You're a fucking weirdo and we are no longer friends. How dare you?
Get a hotel room just to eat some of his cooking. So for me, things were not adding up. I thought her motive was, I thought that there was something else going on until I learned.
Oh my God. Raise your hand if you're a fucking serial killer and you like to fuck the dead. Oh my God. How dare you? 24. I bet you're going to choose lemon, aren't you? That shit is crazy. Whatever. I'll fight you. You're probably weak from all those nasty good and plenties. Yick. Oh my God, Belinda, how dare you? How fucking you belong in prison. You belong on death row, bitch. Line up for the chair. Sizzle, sizzle, motherfucker. Yick.
Learn the proper timeline of what happened, and then I saw that he could have done it. The problem is, and I like to give the victim the benefit of the doubt. So as of now, I believe May that something happened, but we don't know 100%.
Okay, let's get back into the conversation at hand. And again, too, when it comes to like, I believe what Chantel is saying. I understand where she's coming from. She's explaining how at the time, of course, she was under the spell of Nader. She did not believe May. And in her defense a little bit, people are always coming at her fucking neck. Look at how people treat her. Look at how people try to insert themselves into any and all relationships and tries to, just fuck everything up. I understand where Chantel is coming from. And it's ridiculous that when people say that they don't. You feel me?
100%. That's the difference. We still don't know 100%. It's still in the court. Things are still happening. We haven't seen any of the evidence. We haven't seen any of the video footage, if there's any. Apparently, there's some hotel video footage. I don't know. We don't know.
No, don't get it twisted.
I mean, I see people saying she's rewriting history. I don't know what she has said in the past. I don't know how she has felt. However, I can understand how she would not believe somebody who was making claims against somebody who she was in a relationship at the time of. She was under his spell. She was fucking infatuated with him, borderline obsessed with him. I'm not saying it's right, but I understand on a human level that these type of women do exist in this world. Do you know what I'm saying? And again, even if she is rewriting history and even if everything she's saying here is bullshit, the fact remains that Sam is the one who is defending Nader, basically saying that May is incapable of even being abused because she's old and blah, whatever. Like, this is about Sam. To be honest, what Chantel has done in the past really has no meaning in this particular situation or conversation under the circumstances. Now, if you want to have a separate conversation about Chantel's behavior and what she did in this particular situation, then that's okay. But right now we're talking about Sam, pattern of behavior, hypocrisy, and just the topic at hand. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm not defending that turd or discrediting May's story. I'm just saying that we don't know all the details because none of us were there and we don't know what's being discussed in the court.
I don't know. Sylvail says, why are some people saying that FFG and Just Saying sponsored May's flight over to Nader? I don't know, but I've seen people say on Twitter too that conspiracy theory is that either reactors or audience members, people theorize that maybe the reactors or the audience or both are the ones who financially funded May's flight. Like, basically tried to pay and set her up to meet Nader, potentially for content's sake. You feel me? Like, I've heard those conspiracy theories as well. Obviously, we don't know the truth. And what does it matter anyway? I don't know if it matters.
Case. That's all I'm saying. I just like to keep an open mind with everything. But knowing what kind of person Natchard is now versus when it happened, I totally 100% believe that he is capable of doing something so horrible because he's done similar things to me and he's been very abusive to me and to Dee Dee, and we all know how horrible of a person he is. Now, this clip I'm about to show you, this is a screen recording from Hekate's daughter, her stream, her latest stream, and this is the full clips of Samantha Tefler, Yaba, or the YouTube Underground's wife, dearly beloved wife, doing the exact same thing that Yaba is condemning me for.
To be honest, I wish I knew more about this situation and the ins and outs of what happened with May and everything leading up to it so I could better comment on it. But unfortunately, I don't. Like, during this time, personally, I completely checked out of Chantel content in general because I could not and I would not watch when she was going through her spiral with Nader and the whole drug-fueled rants. Like, I completely checked out during this time. I wish I knew more about it.
All right, so here we go.
So, you know,
Last year's Bobby kit sold out in 10 days. In celebration of Jones Road.
Again, I want this shit so bad. But yo, I heard recently in reviews that the Jones Road bomb that I want so bad is terrible. They say it is terrible. I don't believe you.
Road's 4th anniversary. We're launching the Bobby kit.
okay, so what I'm sharing right now, these are all the video clips that Damn It Amber procured. Thank you very much. That when Sam...
everyone says it is absolute garbage, and not only, but it's also overpriced. I refuse to believe it. I need to see it myself. I want to get my hands on a tester, like in the store. They don't even sell it in Sephora, though, unfortunately. It looks so good, though. Ugh, I want to try it so bad.
Was talking about this whole situation with Salah. Was it with Salah? No, with May and Nader. Sorry. Okay, and thank you very much, Moonchild.
Well, people are saying get it and review it. It's really expensive. I think I'm going to ask for it for Christmas. And if I do and someone gets it for me, I will definitely give you my thoughts and opinions. I think I'm going to ask for this little bundle for Christmas. So fingers crossed, guys.
Moonchild says mental health crisis hotline. Text BRAVE to the crisis text line at 741-741. Please keep yourself safe. Thank you very much, Moonchild. Let's get into this crazy bitch right here, okay? Put a 1 if you guys can hear this.
One.
This is the part where I was like, oh.
Okay, did you guys hear that?
Yep.
She's an amazing mod, for real. Did you guys hear that shit? That annoying voice from the depths of hell? Okay, yeah, you did. All right, here we go.
This is the part where I was like, oh, is that what happened? So she said,
Oh,
you
shit.
knew the deal and it didn't meet your standards. And I was like, I smacked Yaba in the arm. I was like, oh my God. They were setting up like a booty call. You know, she was supposed to fly from California to Canada to get her butter whipped by Nodder, the stallion.
By the way, guys, to add fucking just pile on the inappropriateness of Sam's disgusting fucking evilness, Yaba made merch with whipped butter to, you know, to memorialize Sam making fun of a potential rape victim. You can buy yourself some whipped butter fucking tart melts. Link in description. Yeah.
And when he saw that video of her in the airport and it was, you know, obvious she was this old lady and a nutter, he ghosted her. This is the part where I was like,
okay, so right now I'm presuming, what is she saying here right now? Where did she get this information from? I don't even know what the fuck she's even talking about. But here's the second part. Hold on. Oh, they're all playing right now.
$1,000. $1,000 and what, like a 6-7 hour.
Yo, for me, Sam believing the Sam believing the events, like the sequence of events from Dee and Nader, is as bad as Chantel believing Nader at the time. So it's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Her flight? I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know. Anyway, touches down in Ottawa. She said she came there for cooking. No. See, now.
The point is, for those who criticize Chantel for believing Nader, why are you not criticizing Sam exactly the same for believing Dee and Nader's version of fucking events? Like, oh my God. This is what I say when it comes to double standards. And it's always just hate Chantel. Bend your morality, bend the rules. Ugh.
May is also a liar.
Mm-hmm.
DG, if that's what May's saying the whole thing was about, was to come there for his cooking, she's a fucking liar.
And it doesn't matter if that was her intention at first and then her intention. I don't even know, nor do I care, okay? Because at any point, whatever you were planning and not planning, the word no is said, that's all that matters. Everything before that shit doesn't matter. You can say, I promise to fuck you. And then you go there and change your mind. None of that matters, okay, bitch? But why?
No, Hecate is absolutely right. And it goes as far as you can be inside a woman. You could be mid-thrust. And if she tells you to fucking stop, that means to fucking stop right now. Every thrust after she tells you to stop is unwanted fucking touch. That's just what it is. If you feel differently, then you really need to fucking re-examine your fucking shit. Like, yikes.
Why would you even know about that? Because the video I'm going to play after all these clips, you clearly are okay with pedophiles. Not only based on your own tweet defending one, knowing he was a pedophile, but of course we're going to have to play the pirate one. You might know who I'm talking about.
I can tell from the messages I've seen just over there on Didi's channel. I think it is $1,000.
All right, let's see what this idiot thinks. Here's the last one. Like, why are you even doing this? It's so weird for I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I don't get why she was talking to Didi. Does anybody know? Like, what was her motivation here? I don't know.
Olap thrust.
Maybe content, I guess. Because, like, did she like, I don't, never mind.
Okay, well, DG, you remember this, but like, was it proven? How was it proven? Do you recall? Okay, so if you look just at these messages in the video that Didi put out, it seems a very simple explanation that May
removed from humanity. It's like all we need to know is all we need to hear to know that Sam is definitely, without question, removed from her humanity. All we need to hear is that fucking clip of her saying what she said to that person pirate. regarding her own sexual molestation. Who the fuck says that to anybody ever? Who says that to a victim? Who says you probably fucking loved it? Who the fuck says something like that to a victim of rape when they were a child by a fucking family member? You are an evil pig from the depths of hell, bitch. Like, there's no coming back from that ever. Ever, ever.
A is a nutter. She's also old. Okay.
You know what's fucking wild? To know what kind of piece of shit that Natter is, right? And then to go to the partner of Natter to get the truth. Does that make any goddamn sense at all? No, it doesn't.
Okay, like 60 something years in her 60s, right? She looks like a nutter. Like, there's a short video.
Yes, dude. Nikki B says, I'm not even going to say, wow, that's bad for a mother, or that's bad for a mother of daughters. It's bad for a functioning human. Yes. Dude, that's bad for even an animal, man.
Like, just a 2-second video, I guess, from the airport, selfie style, that May took and sent to Nutter. You can tell just from that little short little video clip of her in the airport that she's old AF and she's a nutter.
Okay, so people...
She's old and a nutter, therefore can't be raped? Is that where she's going with this? Because that definitely sounds like that's where she's going with this.
that look like they're old as fuck and a nutter cannot possibly be assaulted, okay? Because what the fuck does that... No, I cannot with this bitch, all right? So...
I've got to say, I just have to reiterate, I am so grateful for voices like Hecate coming into this space and just saying absolute fucking reality and logic and truth. And I am just so fucking grateful and relieved.
A lot of you have been asking, what's your secret to staying so alert? No one's asked that. My mom asked that. It's the Good Patches B12.
And Chantel, get those ads, girlfriend. I am so happy to see that so many ads are still playing on this amazing response video of hers, because we know so many people have reported this. They have tried to get this video taken down for terms of service violation. And obviously, as we can see, ads are still fully running and this video is doing quite well.
So yeah, I defended him at the time. He was my boyfriend. And I didn't know fully what happened. And what he said happened, he lied to me. Based on the messages I saw, I didn't understand the timeline of how things happened. And I didn't think that there would have been time because of how often I was there. And I thought she was just trying to make drama. I didn't think that he was predatory, that he was a bad person at the time, because...
Hey, Tater, I'm glad you're here.
Sam's Bar Lounge wasn't out and he hadn't laid a hand on me yet. So how am I supposed to know? So for you to blame that on me when I had no idea what was going on is just deflection on your part for having slept and had children with a actual PDF file. They're not the same, but nice attempt at deflecting and blaming me again for something that happened.
Yeah, they're not the same at all. And it is an absolute smack in the face, the fact that anybody is, and it's exactly that. It is an attempt at deflection, and it is a piss poor one at that. And how dare you? It really adds insult to injury that they would even try to bring these two things up in the same sentence. Like there's any fucking similarity there.
4 years ago now? Really? Poor Yaba and Scamantha. You people can hate me all you want, but if you're willing to defend somebody who defended a PDF file and named their dog after him, wrote him, had a hand, I'm sure, in a glowing obituary for this man, defended him because he's a war veteran, and so much else. You're just disgusting people. Comparing a consensual situation to a non-consensual situation just to contrive a self-defense out of yourself is really, really unsettling and disgusting.
And there lies the point. Lynn the Cynicon said, and even if Chantel is rewriting history, she is admitting she's wrong. So, exactly. Exactly. I'm so glad you said that, Lynn. Thank you.
And whatever. Keep doing your stupid, pathetic attempts at getting people to hate me, at drama, at trying to make me look bad.
Let me ask you a question. Can you guys remember in any of this, have Sam and Yaba ever admitted that they were wrong or misguided? Or do they continue to double down? Do they continue to try and use the actual victim as a personal shield to try and shirk accountability? Never, not one time has any of these motherfuckers admitted wrongdoing or a mistake or I was misguided or nothing like that.
Because I'm sorry, but in my eyes, you guys are worse. And I'm just going to keep doing myself, my health journey, worrying about myself, getting on the treadmill, eating more structured, trying to make changes in my life. Meanwhile, you deflect with this when asked to show that you can do better on the treadmill. You were asked I challenged you, and your challenge for me is to learn Arabic.
I mean, there is a huge, I don't know about you guys, but it is huge that Yaba won't even entertain the challenge. By Yaba's, like, if everything Yaba says is true, this is something that should be so easy for her to smush in Chantel's face, and still she won't do it. Why do you think that is? And I've got to say, when it comes to Chantel, I respect far more somebody who continues to try and fail. I respect them way more than somebody who never tries at all. You can't fail if you never try, right, Yaba? I respect a failure far more.
How about you learn about Islam? Since you like to judge me so heavily on being a proper Muslim, you're not a proper human being. Where do you have the right to judge me on my morality about being a Muslim?
Got him. Got him.
When you don't even know anything about Islam. You don't know anything.
Chantel, she doesn't even know the English language, and she doesn't even know her own fucking mother tongue. And she is challenging you to learn a different language. It is so motherfucking rich. I can't even handle it.
You're an ignorant lowlife who gets a kick out of making fat jokes. And they're not even good fat jokes. It's the same thing all the time. They be this in your cart.
And Chantel, you got on the scale recently, and we learned that you are like 335 or something? Yo, if Alona is correct in her assessment, Yaba weighs more than you. She's sitting there at a cool 370. She is a bigums herself. And let me tell you why this is possible and plausible. Because Chantel is really small in stature. And Yaba is larger, much larger in stature. This is actually fucking possible, guys. Can you imagine?
Voice. Like, I don't know how people find that funny. Anyway, bringing up old Natser drama, when I was the victim of abuse with him and manipulation.
Chantel, don't you understand? You are not the victim of anything. They hate you. Everything is always your fault. You are a victim of nothing or no one ever. Everything is your fault, bitch. Don't you know? But when it's Yaba, it's poor me all the time. She's going to use an actual victim as a shield to try and shirk accountability. Come on, Chantel, you know better than that, homegirl. No, I know you know. And it's fucking sick and it's fucking disturbing. And I'm sorry, Chantel, I honestly, I don't know how you deal with this. I don't know how you deal with this, and you are not raging all day, every day. I have a lot of respect for your ability to keep it fucking reeled in on a daily basis. Because I don't know if I could, man.
And lies. And at the time, why didn't I had no reason to not believe him. I didn't know who he was fully. And all other evidence and all other things just made sense to me that, you know, that this was not what she was claiming. Things have changed since then. So what you're bringing up is just stupid and irrelevant, really. We have definitive proof that Jesse did do these things. His record, his criminal record. I really don't know what the deflection's about. Can't compare. Anyways, guys.
Another thing I've got to say before Chantel wraps up this amazing video. I've said it before, but I feel the need to say it again. Let's pretend for a second that the shoe was on the other foot and that Chantel had had children unknowingly with a child sex rapist. What do you think the narrative would be? They would never let her live it down. They would say she knew. They would say not only did she know, but that she probably fucking participated, that she probably agreed with it, that she probably made excuses for it, that she probably helped him secure his victims. It would go to such fucking crazy levels of vicious and disgusting. They would never let her fucking live it down, and it would become her fault. I need you to keep that in mind. I don't understand the fucking fat audacity of Yaba to expect and damn near demand empathy and compassion and sympathy from a world, from a space where she gives everything but the opposite of that energy. How dare you? Who the fuck do you think you are? You reap what you fucking sow, bitch. And you are very lucky that the people who are holding you accountable for your own shit, you are very lucky that the people on this side of the fence have some amount of fucking morality and won't blame you for things that are not your fault. You are lucky because you would never extend that same grace to anybody in your own situation. How fucking dare you? Like, oh my God. So that's the end of her amazing video. Let's take a look at some of her comments, because for once, and I'm so happy to see it, it is almost all positive. Give me a second. I'm going to mute for a second. I want to take a sip of my drink, but we're going to read some comments. Give me one sec. All right, let's take a look together. First comment. I mean, you're right. Don't waste your precious time on anyone. Just enjoy your new life. There are two kinds. There are two kind of hate. Their hate for you is what unites them. Absolutely. Girl World not knowing the difference between fantasy and reality is so on brand for them. LOL. Chantel, I'm not, you see, there's a lot of comments like this, and these type of comments are some of my favorite. This person says, Chantel, I'm not your biggest fan, but you did a great job in this video. Very well spoken, and you made some great points. Props for staying relatively calm too. This is the consensus of the comments. Everyone seems to agree, and I am so happy for Chantel. I really hope that she continues this behavior. At the end of the day, if Natter did or didn't do it, it doesn't take away the fact that it did happen to that child. Thank you. That's why this attempt at false equivalency and deflection is so mind-boggling to me. Again, I can't even handle this. I can't even handle it. I often don't like you. See, these are more of the type of comments that I really enjoy. I often don't like you, but drag them, queen. Banjo Mary and Hambone Sue are CSA apologists. They sympathize with predators, so make like an inquisitor and let these witches have it. I don't know much about this whole drama and not interested to dig further in it either. However, what I don't understand is how someone could, YouTube Underground, literally wake up every morning and go live to talk shit about a stranger on the internet for years and then expect that person, Chantel, to not respond or react similarly from time to time. Make it make sense. The amount of hypocrisy in this is really mind-boggling. Then somebody says, exactly. Keep doing videos on her because she can't react to it. LOL, she doesn't want the support group to know how filthy her hands are. And I have got to say, how telling is it that not only Yaba refuses to react to this specific video, but so many of the other hate hippo reactors are refusing to do the same. It is so very telling, man. This is the way to respond to the disgusting things Sam and Yaba have said and done in a recorded format where you can remain calm, present the facts and receipts, letting their own awful words on YouTube and X expose them. Yaba can no longer keep her mask on and seems incapable of self-reflection to see the deep dishonesty of her own projections, deflections, and lack of integrity. Holler. Daisy Lily Stare says, children look to their parents for protection. She has failed them miserably, causing them enormous issues. And in addition to that, she and her associates use such vile language and are fat phobic. My heart bleeds for those little ones. They literally have zero chance of becoming functioning adults at this rate. Good for you, Chantel. You are allowed to defend yourself. I don't know all the lore, but I agree with society. PDF files are bad. You don't defend PDF files or people who support or cover up for them. It's like still enabling them. It's like still enabling them and is a slap in the face to the victims. Absolutely. Yaba mocking your abortion was truly disgusting. And the way she and her audience go after your mom constantly is abhorrent. I would rather be single the rest of my life than to be with someone who insulted my children. Beyond disgusting. Just had to throw that out there. You go, girl. They are very disgusting, and everything you said is 100. Love you, girl. Oh, look, it's No Name. No Name says, Hecate, love you. Then No Name says, Chantel, Sam wrote the obituary. And honestly, you could also report FFG, read TOS, read AdSense, and Yaba for having their channel to you alone. I'm not saying do it or don't, but fuck this. You get bullied 24/7 for them to say to report you blows my mind. I hope all of you, can you believe it? That's not something I've talked about a lot. I did touch on it a little bit, but can you fucking believe how many people on Twitter or elsewhere are genuinely they're rallying to report this video? And like I said in the beginning, and I'll say again, you better hope to the good Lord that this video of Chantel's is not against terms of service, because whoa, Nelly, if it is, your channel is definitely fucking breaking terms of service times 1,000,000. And that's the reason why, because of how many people are coming together to try and report this video of Chantel's. That's why I keep celebrating the fact that the ads are still running on this video. Ugh. Belinda, I love this too. I really hope that this is the beginning of something good. I hope that this is the beginning of some type of, even a small turning of the tides, where people are waking up to these reactors being as or more disgusting than they ever claim Chantel to be. And even more so, I really hope that this is a huge learning lesson for Chantel. And I hope that this positively reinforces that this is absolutely the way that you handle these things and these people. Like, I don't think, guys, I don't think Chantel has ever At least not recently. I don't think she's ever gotten this amount of positive support on a video. I really hope that it shows her something that she can learn from and that she can repeat, you know? 24 Sweet Face says the way they go after Smee, i.e. Chantel's mother, last time I checked, no matter how well or not you're raised, you make your own decisions when you become an adult. Do we blame parents of murderers, etc.? So lame. You know what's interesting what you say, 24? Because do you remember recently there was a conversation about Sam's own children? And what did Yaba say in regards to Sam's children? When we're having a conversation and we're talking about Sam's children being having trouble with the law, or the fact that she's a stripper and she's very young and was arrested for cocaine possession. When we're talking about Sam's children, it's not Sam's fault. It's because she had the wrong friends. It's because of where she was raised. When it's Sam and Yaba, the rules don't apply. It is rules for thee, but not for me. That is the name of these motherfuckers' game. That is the problem. Like, there would be no problem if they were morally consistent and they held themselves to the same standard that they try and hold Chantel to. There would be no conversation. There'd be no problem. But it is the double fucking standards. It's the hypocrisy. It is the shifting of the goalposts. It's all too much, man. It's fucking ridiculous. Nikki B says, Yaba has spoken about her kids turning 18 and them needing to be fully independent. That's why they talk about Smee like that. They feel parenthood ends at 18. It's lifelong, you adults. See, that really scares me. It really scares me when any parent thinks that parenting ends at any age. Like, some of the things, like just the ideology that Yaba has shown herself to have in regards to her morality or lack thereof, her integrity or lack thereof, I'm genuinely concerned. I am genuinely concerned that people like her are raising the generation of people who are going to be running the world when I am fucking old. If I live that long, God help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I things like this fucking genuinely keep me awake at night. Ugh. And we don't have to know. Like, obviously, we don't know what kind of parenting Yaba engages in. But based on who she is as a person and who she displays herself to be online, we can fucking extrapolate. You know what I'm saying? We can pretty fucking accurately extrapolate and assess and assume quite a few fucking things, dude. Hillbilly Belinda says, my mom still stays on my ass. Yes, dude. And Belinda, I'm 38 years old and my mother, she still mothers me to this day. I think that's what you mean too, Belinda. Like, she's never stopped being my mom. I'm going to be fucking 50 and she's still going to be momming it up, dude. That's what moms do, man. Chen No Fear says, and I love her for it. Absolutely, me too. Belinda says, my mom is my best friend. Absolutely, me too. And I'm telling you, Belinda, this is the reason why, and she has shown us in so many different ways, Yaba is so hateful and envious towards women, towards anyone who has a healthy relationship, a healthy, loving relationship with their mothers, a nurturing relationship with their mother. I'll never forget the way Yaba came down so hard on Chantel's mother for buying her clothes and for knowing what type of clothes to buy Chantel. Like, what do you mean? If I could select anybody in this world to blindly pick me out an outfit, it's gonna be my mother. Yo, every Christmas, my mom buys me the most awesome clothing I've ever received, man. Like, what? This bitch buys me outfits all day. Like, I'm so sorry that your mommy never did that for you. Don't hate the player, bitch. Hate the game. Like, don't hate us because our mommies loved us and shit. Like, take that up with your therapist. God. So hateful and filled with fucking envy. Like, it's so not a good look at this age. You really should have sorted this shit out so long ago. Belinda says, my mom buys the best clothes and shit. Yes. Dude, I'm telling you. Like, she's angry that it seems to be more common that women have good relationships with their mother than not. Yaba, very unfortunately, happens to fall into the category of not having, and it's sad. Like, listen, I'm not a monster, Yaba. I feel bad for you that you did not have the best relationship with your mother. And to be honest, it says a lot. Like, I can see it. It has taken effect on you in the long run. And I feel sorry for you. But that doesn't mean I'm going to excuse it. I'm not going to excuse you as an adult being envious and jealous and taking this shit out on the world. Like, handle your shit, bitch. It's so crazy and creepy and fucking weird, dude. Yuck. I don't know, guys. It's a lot. But I'm going to go. Oh my God, it's almost fucking midnight. All right, I'm going to go. What's tomorrow? Is tomorrow Friday? I think I get out of work pretty early tomorrow. I may stream. If I don't stream tomorrow evening, I will definitely stream Saturday. But we will reconvene because there were other things I wanted to react to. I want to react to Yaba's latest stream, and I want to touch on Sam's stream where she acknowledges Chantel's response. We're going to do that. If not tomorrow, then Saturday. Thank you to everybody who supports the channel, both financially and with your time. You know, you guys, I appreciate it more than I can convey. And I really appreciate you guys. And I will see you, if not tomorrow, then Saturday. All right, guys, have a good night. Bye.